over 650 million of the poorest of the poor live in the drylands of Asia and sub-Saharan Africa. In these drylands, the rural farming communities are the poorest, the hungriest, and the most nutritionally insecure and marginalized in the world. This, we believe, has to change.
As the only global agricultural research for development center focused on serving the drylands, we at ICRISAT, along with our partners, are committed to creating inclusive, science-based solutions to help empower dryland communities fight poverty, hunger, malnutrition, and environmental degradation. We believe that through scientific innovations linked to markets, we can move farmers from poverty to prosperity, not just quickly, but permanently.
The International Crops Research Institute for the Semi-Arid Tropics, or ICRISAT, is a member of CGIAR, a global partnership that unites organizations engaged in research for a food-secure future.
Our vision is to help realize a prosperous, food-secure, and resilient dryland tropics. We are committed to innovate to help poor communities in the drylands through our 4 mission goals.
The 4 mission goals are reducing poverty through more profitable, stable, and productive crops and systems, fighting hunger by increasing crop productivity and providing policy support to improve food availability and affordability, overcoming malnutrition by working with smallholder farmers to grow more nutritious, resilient, and diverse food, and increasing the resilience of dryland farming through better natural resources management and sustainable intensification. For over 42 years, ICRISAT, along with our partners, have been conducting research on 5 nutritious and resilient foods that millions of people in the drylands depend on: sorghum, pearl millet, chickpea, pigeon pea, and groundnut. ICRISAT's global headquarters is in Hyderabad, India, where it maintains the world's largest research facility dedicated entirely to crop and environmental research for the semi-arid tropics. Its high-tech labs and facilities provide a base for a global research for development program that supports the work of thousands of people working in different sectors. ICRISAT also has a strong presence in sub-Saharan Africa. ICRISAT Nairobi in Kenya is the regional hub for Eastern and Southern Africa. It is complemented by country offices in Ethiopia, Malawi, and Zimbabwe.
We are working on all factors that affect productivity, and for now our main crops are pigeon pea, groundnut, sorghum, and chickpea. We address all this in relation to markets that are inclusive and involve women and the youth.
ICRISAT Bamako in Mali is the regional hub for West and Central Africa. It is complemented by country offices in Niger and Nigeria.
ICRISAT in West and Central Africa is addressing the constraints of low productivity of sorghum and millet-based cropping system by improving the productivity of these crops and by improving soil, water, and nutrient management, as well as promoting crop diversification in order to enhance nutrition, health, and income, as well as linking farmers to market.
A diverse governing body provides overall governance and oversight to ICRISAT management. The Director General is ICRISAT's top executive, representing the Institute globally and reporting to the Governing Board. The Deputy Director General for Research and other members of the management group support the Director General. This group includes the Assistant Director General for Finance and Directors for Eastern and Southern Africa, West and Central Africa, Strategic Marketing and Communication, Human Resources and Operations, CGIAR research program on dryland cereals and CGIAR research program on grain legumes. The management group helps in setting policies of the Institute and ensuring effective management of research and support services. The Research Committee, led by the Deputy Director General for Research, coordinates and integrates research programs. It is composed of the directors of the 4 ICRISAT research programs, CGIAR research programs on dryland cereals and grain legumes, ICRISAT Eastern and Southern Africa and West and Central Africa, Strategic Marketing and Communication, the Global Leader for Knowledge Sharing and Innovation, CEO of the Agribusiness and Innovation Platform, and the Head of Impact Assessment Office.
Our research is guided by the principle science with a human face. By putting a human face to science, ICRISAT dedicates its work to the poor. We've learned that to solve hunger and poverty and to stimulate prosperity in the drylands, inclusive market-oriented development, IMOD, is key. IMOD is inclusive of the stakeholders in developing solutions and ensures that all, including the poor smallholder farmers, especially women, benefit from the development. IMOD is market-driven and moves poor farmers from subsistence to a commercially oriented, profitable business.
ICRISAT pursues its mission and strategy through its 4 research for development programs, working globally with scientists, partners and support units.
The Resilient Dryland Systems program recognises that in order to change livelihoods of farmers, we must understand their system and the constraints they face. So we do a range of on-station, on-farm work, we work with farmers, and we work with the public and private sector.
This program, Markets, Institutions and Policy, harnesses development pathways for broad-based prosperity. Farmers must have access to markets so that they can sell their produce, access to institutions and infrastructure, roads, extension, technology, seeds, and pro-poor and most especially pro-smallholder effective policy for them to become more prosperous and resilient.
Research program Grain Legumes raises and secures productivity for health, income and sustainability. Legume crops such as chickpea, pigeon pea and groundnut complement cereals in dryland farming systems and in human and livestock diets. These crops also improve soil fertility by fixing atmospheric nitrogen, which is a major constraint for resource-poor farmers in sub-Saharan Africa and Asia.
The program focuses on increasing farm productivity of finger millet, pear millet and sorghum to improve food security, nutrition and economic growth of some of the world's most vulnerable poor, to whom these crops are very important as are their major staples.
ICRISAT also leads 2 CGIAR research programs.
The broad objectives of the CGIAR research program on grain legumes are to increase the production, sale and consumption of 8 of the CGIAR mandate legume crops, to contribute positively to the environmental benefits of agriculture. And we also think that this will contribute positively to the nutrition and the wealth and reducing the hunger of both the urban and rural poor.
The CGIAR research program on dryland cereals focuses on improving the lives of more than 650 million people living in the driest regions of sub-Saharan Africa and Asia, and it's achieved through successful research for development interventions along the entire value chain of the 4 dryland cereal crops that we are focusing on, namely sorghum, pearl millet, finger millet and barley.
ICRISAT has a very unique public-private partnership. It pursues new management systems, non-traditional funding approaches, and innovative knowledge management and sharing. It has also developed novel methods of communicating scientific innovations. Along with partners, the agribusiness and innovation platform has been established. This encourages entrepreneurship by converging innovations, products and partnerships for the poor. ICRISAT is hosting the platform for translational research on transgenic crops in collaboration with the Government of India. This facility translates biotechnology concepts to usable products for the benefit of farmers. Over the years, ICRISAT has become a global center of scientific excellence dedicated to serve smallholder farmers of the dryland tropics. Our three-pillar approach to speed up crop improvement includes genomics, bioinformatics, and phenotyping. By mobilizing science, we at ICRISAT and our partners aspire to help halve rural poverty, hunger, and childhood malnutrition, and increase resilience of dryland farming in the near future.
दुष्काळामध्ये ज्यावेळेस आम्हाला पेरणी नव्हती, दुष्काळ होता, पाणी नसल्यामुळे ज्वारी दगडी ते कणस निघाले नव्हते, पण त्या काळात परभणी मोती ह्या आम्ही वापरली होती. पहिले प्रथमतः त्यावेळेस कणस चांगले मोठे होते आणि बियाणे चांगले असल्यामुळे बाजारभाव
For over 40 years, we have worked with partners all over the world in enabling smallholder farmers gain access to innovations designed for the poor to help them connect to markets, but in a way that builds their own resilience rather than create dependency. It's a matter of great pride for me that we at ICRISAT have been able to do a lot of what we had envisioned through a holistic research for development approach focused on the needs and opportunities for the poor. The impossible becomes the achievable when we open our minds and put our hearts to the task. Join us in our journey for a prosperous and food-secure drylands of the world.